One of the greatest mysteries of the ancient world has remained unsolved for millennia. What happened to the summit of the Great Pyramid of Giza? Was it stolen, destroyed, or did it simply vanish? Join us as we explore the theories, legends, and scientific discoveries that surround this intriguing question. The Great Pyramid of Giza, an awe-inspiring structure that rises majestically over 450 feet into the sky, is the largest of the three pyramids that grace the Giza Plateau in Egypt. Built as the final resting place for the pharaoh Khufu, also known as Cheops, around 2560 BC, this monumental tomb was designed to ensure the pharaoh's safe passage to the afterlife. Khufu, the second pharaoh of the fourth dynasty of the Old Kingdom, was ambitious and desired a burial place that would reflect his power and divine status. The construction of the Great Pyramid not only showcased the incredible engineering skills of ancient Egyptians, but also embodied their beliefs in the afterlife and the connection between the mortal realm and the divine. The pyramid's precise alignment with the cardinal points of the compass and its complex internal layout demonstrate a sophisticated understanding of mathematics and astronomy. With approximately 2.3 million stone blocks, each weighing an average of 2.5 tons, the Great Pyramid stands as a testament to the labor and ingenuity of the thousands of workers who dedicated their lives to its construction. For millennia, this grand edifice has captivated the hearts and minds of people around the world, serving as a lasting symbol of human achievement, the mysteries of ancient civilizations, and the profound connection between the rulers of Egypt and their gods. Imagine a time when the Great Pyramid wasn't the weathered monument we see today, but a gleaming, radiant structure visible for miles across the desert. Originally, the pyramid was covered in smooth, polished Tura limestone, a brilliant white stone that reflected the sun's rays like a mirror. Under the harsh Egyptian sun, the pyramid would have glowed, transforming it into a beacon of light. At its peak, the pyramid was crowned with a capstone, known as the pyramidion. This golden or electrum-covered piece was not just decorative, it was deeply symbolic, associated with the sun god Ra, representing the pharaoh's divine connection to the heavens. Together, the pyramid and its summit formed a stairway for the soul of the pharaoh to ascend to the gods, merging earth with the divine. Today, when we gaze upon the Great Pyramid of Giza, we see a flat, unfinished summit, a stark contrast to the grandeur it once held. This summit, devoid of its former glory, offers little hint of the magnificent capstone that once crowned it. Historical accounts and ancient texts describe a prominent pyramidion made of gold or electrum, materials that would have shimmered brilliantly under the Egyptian sun. This missing piece was more than just a decorative feature. It played a crucial role in the pyramid's symbolism. The capstone represented the culmination of the pharaoh's journey from the earthly realm to the divine, a gateway for his soul to ascend to the heavens and join the gods. Its absence leaves us with lingering questions about what it represented and the significance it held for the ancient Egyptians, further deepening the mysteries surrounding this magnificent structure. The Great Pyramid of Giza has long captured the imaginations of historians, scholars, and adventurers. One of the earliest accounts comes from the Greek historian Herodotus, who traveled to Egypt in the 5th century BC. In his writings, he marveled at the splendor of the pyramid, describing its immense size and the skill required to construct such a monumental tomb. However, intriguingly, he does not specifically mention the capstone that once crowned this architectural wonder. Other ancient texts and fragments provide hints about the pyramid's original appearance, suggesting that it was once topped by a gold-covered stone that reflected sunlight like a beacon. Yet, despite the various accounts from antiquity, no direct evidence of this capstone has survived the test of time. The lack of tangible artifacts leaves us pondering what this lost piece looked like and how it might have completed the pyramid's majestic silhouette against the Egyptian sky. The missing summit of the Great Pyramid has been a puzzle for centuries, and over time, many theories have emerged to explain its disappearance. One of the most widely accepted explanations is that it was looted, either during antiquity or the Middle Ages. As empires rose and fell, the Great Pyramid became a target for opportunistic scavengers. Its polished limestone casing stones, which once reflected the sun and made the pyramid visible for miles, were stripped away to be used in the construction of new buildings. This widespread looting likely extended to the capstone itself, which is believed to have been made of gold or electrum, valuable materials that would have been irresistible to thieves. Over the centuries, piece by piece, the outer layer of the pyramid was dismantled, and with it, the summit disappeared, leaving behind the flat-topped structure we see today. Theories suggest that the capstone could have been one of the first parts to go, taken by those seeking treasure or valuable materials to trade. But despite the loss of the summit, the Great Pyramid has endured, standing as both a monument to human achievement and a reminder of the passage of time and the changes wrought by human hands. Another compelling theory behind the disappearance of the Great Pyramid's capstone centers on the possibility of religious and symbolic destruction. Egypt has long been a land of spiritual evolution, where new belief systems replaced old ones. And later Islam spread across the region. The structures and symbols associated with Egypt's ancient polytheistic beliefs were often repurposed or removed. The capstone of the Great Pyramid, often thought to represent the sun god Ra and the pharaoh's divine connection to the heavens, might have been viewed as an icon of paganism. To the early Christians or later Islamic rulers, this golden or electrum-capped summit, embodying the pharaoh's link to the gods, could have symbolized the old ways that these new religions sought to move beyond. It's possible that the capstone was deliberately removed or even destroyed as a statement against the ancient religious order. Such an act would have been a powerful symbolic gesture, representing the final severing of ties with the deities of Egypt's past. While we can only speculate about the motivations behind such an act, the religious transformation of Egypt offers a plausible explanation for the disappearance of the pyramid's crowning piece. The loss of the capstone may well have been part of a broader effort to erase symbols of the old gods as Egypt entered a new spiritual era. Could it be that a natural disaster was responsible for the missing summit of the Great Pyramid? While the region surrounding Giza is not known for frequent seismic activity, earthquakes are not entirely out of the question. Egypt, although relatively stable compared to other parts of the world, has experienced occasional tremors throughout history. Some archaeologists propose that such an earthquake, though rare, may have caused structural damage to the pyramid. If an earthquake struck with enough force, it could have weakened the upper sections of the pyramid, particularly the area where the capstone once sat. Tremors might have dislodged the massive stones, causing the once glorious summit to crack, fall, and eventually collapse. Over time, the pyramid's peak could have crumbled, contributing to the flat, unfinished appearance we see today. Dust and debris would have covered the surrounding area, slowly burying any remaining fragments of the capstone, making it difficult for archaeologists to recover evidence of its existence. This theory is supported by the fact that earthquakes have caused damage to other ancient monuments in Egypt, including parts of the Sphinx and nearby temples. Could the same fate have befallen the Great Pyramid's summit? The destructive power of nature is a force that even the most enduring human creations can struggle to withstand. The Great Pyramid of Giza was once encased in smooth, polished limestone that gave it a shining, almost blinding appearance when the sun reflected off its surface. This limestone, sourced from the Tura quarries across the Nile, was prized for its purity and brilliant white color. The outer layer of the pyramid, with its fine Tura limestone, not only protected the inner structure, but also transformed the pyramid into a gleaming symbol of divine power, visible from miles away. However, over time, this precious limestone became a sought-after resource for new construction. By the 14th century, Egypt's rulers began to repurpose the stones from ancient monuments for other projects. According to historical records, Sultan al-Nasir, Nasir al-Din Muhammad, the Sultan of Egypt, ordered that the limestone casing from the Great Pyramid be removed to help build parts of Cairo, including the city's mosques and fortifications. The stones were transported from Giza, contributing to the architectural growth of the Egyptian capital. This process stripped the Great Pyramid of its protective and dazzling outer shell, leaving the rougher core stones exposed to the elements. Over centuries, as more casing stones were taken away, the pyramid lost much of its original appearance and grandeur. The removal of the Tura limestone marked a significant transformation in the pyramid's history, and, with each block that was carted off, the connection between Egypt's past and its present was slowly eroded. In the 9th century, the Abbasid Caliph al-Ma'mun undertook one of the earliest recorded expeditions into the Great Pyramid of Giza. His goal was clear: to uncover the hidden treasures that were rumored to lie within the ancient monument. Al-Ma'mun, like many rulers of the time, believed that the pyramid held vast wealth and secret knowledge. His expedition dug into the side of the pyramid, eventually creating the now famous Al-Ma'mun's Tunnel, which bypassed the original sealed entrance. But beyond the treasure hunt, could Al-Ma'mun's ambitious exploration have contributed to the damage and eventual loss of the pyramid's summit? Though his tunnel did not reach the capstone, some historians theorize that the caliph's excavation disrupted the structural integrity of the pyramid in ways that aren't fully understood, weakened its upper sections, or disturbed the internal balancing of the blocks. Over time, this disruption could have contributed to the collapse or removal of the capstone and upper layers. While no direct evidence links Al-Ma'mun's expedition to the missing summit, his role in opening up the pyramid to further exploration and looting cannot be overlooked. The caliph's search for treasure set a precedent for future explorers and scavengers, leaving the Great Pyramid vulnerable to damage, whether intentional or not. In recent years, advancements in modern technology have given scientists unprecedented access to the secrets hidden within the Great Pyramid of Giza. While ancient explorers relied on guesswork and brute force, today's researchers use cutting-edge tools to probe the pyramid structure without causing damage. Among these tools are infrared scanning and muon detectors, which have allowed investigators to peer inside the massive stone structure with remarkable precision. Infrared scanning measures temperature differences on the pyramid's surface, helping to reveal voids or cavities hidden behind the outer walls. Muon detectors, on the other hand, detect cosmic particles that naturally pass through the Earth, allowing scientists to map the density of the pyramid's stones and identify hidden chambers. These technologies have led to exciting discoveries, such as the detection of previously unknown chambers within the pyramid's core, perhaps once intended to house treasures or serve as symbolic elements in Khufu's burial complex. Yet, despite all of this advanced exploration, there remains no trace of the missing summit. No evidence of a fallen or hidden capstone has been found, leaving researchers puzzled. Could the capstone have been removed entirely in antiquity, or did it somehow erode over the centuries, leaving little trace behind? The mysteries of the pyramid continue to defy explanation, even with the most sophisticated tools at our disposal. And so, the search for answers persists. The Great Pyramid of Giza has been the subject of countless legends and myths, and one of the most enduring concerns the pyramidion, the capstone that once crowned the mighty structure. While many ancient sources suggest that the capstone was made of gold or electrum, a blend of gold and silver meant to symbolize the sun god Ra, some legends tell a different story. According to these alternative accounts, the pyramidion may never have been made of precious metal. Instead, it could have been constructed from a simpler, more common material such as limestone or granite, similar to the pyramid's core stones. This theory proposes that over centuries, the natural elements, wind, rain, and desert sand, eroded the capstone, causing it to gradually wear away and disappear entirely. Unlike gold or electrum, which would have likely been stolen, a limestone capstone might have simply crumbled into dust, leaving no trace behind during the pyramid's construction. Could it have been discarded due to a change in the pharaoh's plans or beliefs? Or was it an offering to the gods, removed as part of a ritual we no longer understand? These are just some of the many questions that have sparked centuries of debate among scholars and historians. Regardless of which theory holds the most truth, the pyramidion's fate remains one of the most captivating mysteries surrounding the Great Pyramid. As with many of the world's greatest ancient wonders, the Great Pyramid of Giza has attracted a fair share of alternative and even fantastical theories. Among these is the suggestion that the pyramid's summit once housed advanced technology, not of human origin, but placed there by extraterrestrial visitors. According to proponents of this theory, the precision and scale of the Great Pyramid's construction seem far beyond the capabilities of ancient humans, even with their most sophisticated tools. These theorists propose that the missing capstone, or pyramidion, was not simply a piece of decorative architecture but a technological device, perhaps a transmitter, a power source, or a tool for communication with distant civilizations. They suggest that the pyramid itself may have been part of a larger system designed by alien visitors who eventually removed the technology when they departed Earth. While mainstream historians and scientists dismiss these ideas as pure speculation, the allure of the unexplained continues to fuel interest in such theories. Could the missing capstone represent more than just a physical piece of stone or metal? Could it hold the key to a lost technology far beyond what ancient Egyptians were thought to possess? Though highly improbable, the idea of advanced technology hidden within the pyramid's design captures the imagination, adding another layer of intrigue to the mystery of the missing summit. Regardless of what happened to the summit of the Great Pyramid, its symbolic meaning has endured through the ages. The pyramid was far more than just a monumental tomb. It was a sacred structure, deeply intertwined with ancient Egyptian beliefs about the power of the sun and its connection to the divine. Many scholars suggest that the pyramid's missing peak, once crowned with a golden or highly reflective capstone, symbolized the rays of the sun, illuminating both the earth and the heavens. In ancient Egyptian culture, the sun was a vital force, representing life, rebirth, and the god Ra, the supreme deity associated with the sun. The pyramid's perfect triangular shape is thought to mirror the sun's rays beaming down to the earth, while the capstone, or pyramidion, would have been the final point of contact between the heavens and the earthly realm. In this sense, the pyramid itself can be seen as a solar symbol, a grand representation of the pharaoh's journey toward divinity. Khufu, the builder of the Great Pyramid, was believed to ascend to the sky, joining the gods in the afterlife. The pyramid, with its missing peak, may still embody this celestial connection, standing as a testament to the ancient Egyptian belief in the cyclical nature of life, death, and rebirth through the power of the sun. Even today, the absence of the summit leaves us with a sense of wonder, as if the pyramid's connection to the divine was deliberately left incomplete, drawing our eyes skyward in search of answers. Today, more than 4,500 years after its construction, the Great Pyramid of Giza still captures the imaginations of people around the world. As one of the last remaining wonders of the ancient world, the pyramid stands as a symbol of Egypt's rich cultural heritage. The missing summit has always been a point of curiosity and speculation, leading to ongoing discussions about whether it could and should be restored. In recent years, some archaeologists and historians have suggested that restoring the Great Pyramid's summit could be part of an effort to reconstruct its. The idea is to create a replica of the lost Pyramidion, possibly modeled after ancient descriptions, using materials that reflect the capstone's presumed appearance, whether it was made of polished stone, gold, or electrum. This reconstruction would not only serve as a tribute to the pyramid's original grandeur, but also help educate the public and preserve the cultural significance of one of humanity's greatest architectural achievements. However, the proposal has sparked debates within the archaeological community. While some argue that restoring the Pyramidion would provide a more accurate depiction of how the pyramid once looked, others caution against altering a historical monument that has stood the test of time. They believe that the pyramid's missing summit is now part of its history, and that any attempt to reconstruct it risks overshadowing the authenticity of the ancient structure. These discussions highlight the delicate balance between preservation, restoration, and respecting the integrity of one of the world's most famous landmarks. The mystery of the missing summit of the Great Pyramid endures, a question that has puzzled scholars, archaeologists, and enthusiasts for centuries. Whether it was destroyed during a time of upheaval, looted for its valuable materials, or simply worn away by the relentless passage of time, its absence has become a story in itself. It is a reminder that even in the face of human ingenuity and the grandeur of ancient civilizations, time leaves its mark on everything, creating mysteries that future generations may never fully solve. But rather than diminishing the significance of the pyramid, the missing summit has only added to its allure. It has sparked countless theories from the plausible to the fantastical and encouraged ongoing exploration, study, and debate. The Great Pyramid's incomplete peak invites us to continue looking, searching for answers, not only about its construction, but about the broader mysteries of our past. In a way, the pyramid's missing capstone is a symbol of human curiosity, the unending drive to understand and uncover the unknown. And perhaps that is why the mystery endures. The absence at the top of the Great Pyramid reminds us that history is never complete. There are always new discoveries waiting to be made and new questions to be asked. Thank you for joining ExploralNarratives on this journey through history and mystery. Today, we delved into the enigma of the Great Pyramid of Giza and its missing summit, a story that intertwines ancient engineering, cultural significance, and the timeless human quest for knowledge. Each theory, each legend, and each archaeological discovery serves as a reminder of our connection to the past and the mysteries that still await us. If you enjoyed this exploration and want to uncover more fascinating stories from history, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it with fellow history enthusiasts. Your support helps us continue to bring you engaging content that inspires curiosity and wonder about the world around us. And remember, the past is filled with secrets waiting to be uncovered. Together, we can continue to explore these mysteries, one story at a time. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep the spirit of discovery alive.